Good day here, Kurt here with Airsoft Taiwan. I'm going to introduce today some new gas-powered shotgun shells from APS Conception. This is their cam version. It's the first version. They're good for the MK1 and MK3 shotguns. And this one here is the more powerful version, the XPower, which is good for also the MK1 and MK3 shotguns. But you can see the gas chamber is quite a bit larger than the original version. And they claim it shoots about 400 feet per second. Loaded here with a 4.5 millimeter BBs. It'll hold about 25 of these, or about 11 of your standard 6 millimeter BBs. There is a few different loading options for these shells out there. So I'm just going to show you a few of the loading options now. Okay, to load any of these shells, first of all, you have to put gas in them. You can see here it's just a normal gas filling. Okay, once we have these shells loaded with gas, we're ready to load our projectiles into them. So these ones, the original ones, can use a long wad. And once the long wad is placed in there, you can put about 30 of these 4.5 ones in, or about 10 or 11 of your 6 millimeter BBs. So once you have it filled with BBs, then these ones have the option of a paper wad, which just fit in here. There's a little groove, and they just pop in and hold it in place. Or there's also this wad here, which will push into the shell and close up. Once that's in there, you can use this and fill it through the little hole. And once it's full, they seem to stay in place quite well. So those are two loading options. There's a couple that I had loaded earlier. Now for these ones, you only basically have one loading option. It's a short primer a short wad, because of the length of the gas chamber. You have less space to work with in here. And because of that, we can use about 25 of these 4.5 millimeters. And what I like about these is they have an improved solid plastic cover, which seems to fit in a lot better than the paper wads. Gives it a nice seal on there. Once they're loaded up, it's quite nice. You can also use the 6.5 or 6 millimeter. I think it holds about, let's see, I got 10 in there this time, but I think I'm able to load about 11 in there. And then just click this plastic into place. Nice solid load on those. That's basically how these shells are loaded. Okay, so I have 4 different shells loaded up here now. And one thing I've noticed is that the new cap, the plastic cap for the XPower, works much better than these paper caps to go on top of the wad. Sometimes it's very easy to over push them in here. And so these are your regular cam shells loaded up, and these are the XPower shells. And we'll just test these and see if the power is at all different on them. First one is the one with the closing wad. Doesn't seem to be that powerful, seems all right. Next will be the long wad with the paper topper. One seems to have a little bit more punch to it. And then we're going to move up to the XPower. This one I think has the 4.5 millimeter BBs. And then next one that has about 11 6 millimeter BBs. That one seemed to have more power. Okay, now we're going to test the XPower shells with 10 6 millimeter BBs in each shell. So if you like these cam shotgun shells or the new XPower shotgun shell, and you'd want to get some for your MK1 or MK3 APS shotgun, they will be available soon on our Airsoft Taiwan online store.